Now, you may remember that last week for us, but possibly many weeks ago for others, that we discussed that on October 23rd there was supposed to be a big collab with Solo Leveling and Frieren.
Yes, do remember that discussion. Luckily for me, anime, computer games, and just general bad sleeping habits and diet have not run in my brain so much that I can't remember some aspects of last week. So that was good. I'm glad we captured that one in my window.
Yes, and a big part of our discussion is we were wondering how this collab would work. And I guess who would get the chocolates over the other? Would it be Frieren being stronger than Genu? Would it be Genu stronger than Frieren? And sort of how the universes would cross.
Yeah, and I do think as well for like what we were discussing in terms of an episode, like even if it was like a two-parter, it kind of would have been a cool episode. Would have been like, because I full pictured Genu going through a dungeon. Here's Frieren, they have a bit of a stouch. Find out that they're both after the same demon.
Yep.
Frieren and Genu team up.
Yep.
And Frieren carries on, and Genu gets to take the spoils from the dungeon. That's what I imagine it would be. A non-canon but fun episode.
Yeah, and I agree. That's how I thought it was going to go. And turns out that's not where it went.
Yeah, I know. So pros. It's like...
Yeah, so unless my ability to Google things is wrong, it turns out that the crossover is for the upcoming game for Solo Leveling. I think it's called like...
Solo Leveling?
Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling Arise, something else. But yes, she features in the Solo Leveling game.
Can I just say how underwhelming that is? Because, I do like games, but I feel like anime games to a point, unless they're, super well done. I think the Ninja Storm games are great, but I just don't see Solo Leveling being a game that would be that great. Because, the whole point of Solo Leveling is that, Hunter Sung, he's broken. That's the whole point, right? That's what makes the show interesting.
Yeah.
And... I don't think you can make a game where you truly balance that. Where, Ninja Storm games, they do manage to balance some characters. And you've also kind of got, a large playing field of characters that you want to be, right? You either want to be Naruto, Sasuke, or you want to be someone like Itachi, or Kakashi, or, someone of that, Obito, Madara,
Yep.
Hashirama. It's cool characters to be. Where, I just don't think Solo Leveling has that sort of roster where if you're playing 1v1 with a mate, that you're both not just going to want to be Hunter Sung. And I think Frieren as a playable character, and again, I don't know how the crossover is going to work exactly, but I think Frieren as a playable character is a bit it's just weird, really left to center.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably one of the age-old questions is that does it work better when an animation gets turned into a game or when a game gets turned into an animation?
Yeah. I think unless you've got an exceptionally set up anime with a lot of versatility characters, world and that sort of thing, you're better off going the other way, going game to anime. Because I think the history probably shows.
Yeah, and I think it's very universal dependent. As much as I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I don't think it would translate well to a game.
No, it'd be a terrible game.
Yeah. I don't think it'd work well. But
I do think it would work better than a Solo Leveling game. I think because I do feel as though you could play through parts of the story where sometimes you're Ed, sometimes you're Alphonse, sometimes you're Roy, sometimes you're maybe you have not a one-on-one fight, but a sort of mini game where you're Riza or something like that. I could see that working to an extent. I don't think it would be as good as some other anime games out there, but I just don't get how a Solo Leveling one's going to work.
Yeah, and I guess probably for the problem with Solo Leveling is Genu is by far the strongest in his universe, while I guess in Fullmetal Alchemist, there's Ed and Al aren't necessarily the strongest in their universe.
Yeah, Ed is incredibly good at alchemy and very smart when it comes to fighting. I think the fight with Father shows that. But I feel as though if you and I were going to play each other in 1v1, I'd so be happy to be Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
Or I'd be happy even to be Alex Armstrong or something like that. Where who I don't want to be anyone else in.
Nah,
in
I think
solo leveling.
I think probably the only other person I'd want to be in the solo leveling universe would be Yunho, the leader of the White Tiger Guild.
Yeah.
He's probably the only one that I'd want to be, or maybe even if you could play as some of his shadows, like I'd play as Egress or I'd play as Biru. Maybe. Yeah. But like above that, I don't think there's probably anyone else that I'd really want to be.
No.
And I wouldn't want to be Frieren. That'd be boring.
Well, I actually think Frieren would work better as an open world game than solo leveling would in a game in general. Because I think if you're Frieren, like half of that story is just about reliving the story, right?
Yeah.
Like, and taking people along, like having a little party and taking people along with you. And I could totally see it being like either you play as Frieren and you've got Stark and What's Her Face with you. Sorry, What's Her Face fans, I forgot her name. And like you travel through and you just pick up little missions and that sort of thing, and you work your way up to like, you know, a demon king or whatever. I don't know, he's dead, but you know, another one. Or you maybe make your own character and you move through the world of Frieren, picking up little missions and like gathering spells and stuff as you go.
I actually think now that you've said that, I had an idea in my head, and copyright me. I didn't create Frieren, but I copyright this idea. But because Frieren always looks back at the past, they should do a game where it's her and like Himmel the hero, the like group of four, and they're going heroes through their adventure. But it works in the same way as the Lord of the Rings game work, where you pick a main character, but you have like Legolas and Gimli with you, and you're doing whatever aspect of the story is. So you could be Frieren or you could be Himmel or vice versa.
Depending on whatever the story calls for at the time.
And then you could either play with another friend or the rest of them are CPU as like characters helping you through the quest, and you can travel through and do shit.
Yeah.
I think that game would,
I'd probably
think
that
would work much better
Yeah.
than probably a solo leveling game where the game literally implies it's called solo leveling.
Yeah, not solo leveling and friends.
Yeah, like it would be weird for Gina to be like, you know what, I'm going to do this gate by myself. And I always do them by myself, but I'm going to invite 3 or 4 of my friends with me this time.
Yeah, and all they're going to do is cower in the corner while I go through some really intense battle, and they'll pee their pants.
Yeah, or just collect essence stones.
Maybe that's what you do when you are the second player, right? Like you remember like in Dragon Ball Z, like when you had to like spin the analog sticks, like you do the same thing as a side character, just try not to piss yourself. If you don't spin fast enough, you piss yourself, and then you lose like charisma.
Yeah, or you're in the background and you're spinning to collect essence stones and stuff like that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you just got your pick. Like
yeah, and then the other person is fighting as Genie. So I guess there is the ability for the game to work, but
yeah, it does feel like it'll mostly be fights between siblings who gets to play Genie and who gets to just go and collect the essence stones and not piss their pants.
Yeah, I mean, I did see like the trailer for the game the other day, and the gameplay doesn't look too bad, but I don't think it would be like. It doesn't seem like it would work as a, it wouldn't work as a co-op thing, and it wouldn't really work as like a 1v1, like you versus your friend, because like you said, everyone's going to want to be Genie.
Yeah, exactly. A bit disappointing for the collab, but if you guys want to, if you think you'd play the solo leveling game, let us know what you're excited for, and if you think it's, not that great and you want to play our Frieren game, let us know, and we'll tell developers we already copyrighted, but they can give us a cut of the earnings.
Fucking Arnold, what the fuck, man? Oh my god.
So sorry.
Holy shit, there's so many tissues.
Oh god, can you close it?
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Hey, thanks for watching, support the channel. If you want to help us make more content like this, hit us up on our Patreon, links in the comments below. Can you...
The mouse is all sticky!
Oh my god.